So I've been looking at DeAndre Hopkins. If you think about like the top wide receivers, the elite ones, the guys you want to draft first in your fantasy leagues, they average about 15 yards per reception. And DeAndre Hopkins actually did this even when he had 4 different quarterbacks before last season. So if you look at like even 2015 when he had 4 different guys, and Hoyer, by the way, isn't a bad quarterback, he averaged 2.0 yards after contact or yards after the catch per reception, and he had about 13.7 yards per reception. So not a great season. Last year, 2016, went down even worse. He had a little bit more yards after the catch, 3.6, but he only had 12.2 yards per reception. So what I'm thinking is going to happen this year, especially with Watson, and giving Tom Savage a little bit of a chance to actually like learn the playbook and develop some chemistry with him, I think that number goes up to 15, right around that 15 number that we see with the number ones on most teams. The reason why, one, Watson played with receivers who they played more jump ball. Watson's receivers did not run precise routes at Clemson. That wasn't their game. They were great receivers, don't get me wrong, but so is DeAndre Hopkins, right? So in Bill O'Brien, he's going to have a chance to work with both quarterbacks, Tom Savage and with Deshaun Watson, to get them in the position to develop the chemistry, to run the routes. And DeAndre Hopkins is a very special route runner. He's very precise. He gets where he needs to be, creates separation, does all the things that you name when you have like a number one wide receiver. So for me, I think we see him 15 to 16 yards per reception and about more like 5 yards after the catch per reception, because that reflects running different types of routes, not just the ones that we ran last year. So my case is when you're making your fantasy draft, when you're going with your own fantasy draft stuff, you should consider him right up there. Maybe he's not Julio Jones, but he's not who he was last year.
I hear you. I agree with that. In fact, I would expect a big bounce back from DeAndre Hopkins. The fact is, though, correct me if I'm wrong, he's gone, glimmers of, showing signs.
Well, they used to target him like a bajillion times, right? He was getting like 13 targets per game. That's
has his blow up now. Little regression. Will Fuller.
Oh, I hate the word regression.
Is Jaelen Strong a candidate to ever deliver or no? What's that?
Braxton Miller.
And Braxton Miller too. And you throw Lamar. This seems like a very dangerous.
Well, Lamar Miller helps.
Yeah, it seems like a very dangerous collection of weaponry.